This can kind of go for either of you. Season high 23 turnovers today, 21 points off those turnovers. I know obviously film will probably show what went wrong there, but just your first assessment on what you think went wrong on not being able to connect.
I think for us, we just got a bit rattled. They came out, pressured the ball. They were aggressive. They were assertive. They were the aggressors, and the game usually favors the aggressors. And we were just sloppy with the ball, which is unacceptable. Um, so we just have to be better. I think it starts with me as a point guard. I have to take care of the ball better to start the game. And then it kind of spirals from there. But yeah, we were just too loose with it tonight.
And then what did you, Lindsay or Diamond, what did you guys see on that last offensive possession with 30 seconds left?
We were trying to get the ball into the post with Mick because she had a smaller guard on her. But the communication just wasn't there. I think it's loud. I'm under the weather, so I'm losing my voice. I'm trying to talk. Spoon is trying to talk from the sideline. So we just couldn't get that communication. And then we're just trying to make something happen from there, like ball screen stuff, try to get downhill. Um, just not enough time.
Go to Steven. Questions for players only.
I had two quick questions for Lindsay. So it really feels like you've been kind of feeling your way out in terms of scoring with the starting group on the floor. Can you just kind of speak to what you're seeing and how you're finding your spots with that group?
I think our bigs do a good job of setting screens and rolling hard. Um, and so from there, I'm just able to read the ball screens well, whether I have the pocket pass to the post or whether it's a jump shot for me. Um, but just kind of trying to read the defense, get the defense playing in rotation, get them playing in closeouts. That's when we're at our best. That's when every team is at their best, honestly. So if we can keep doing that, get the ball into the post, they get doubled, they kick it out, we swing it, swing, whatever. Just keep that in our offense. Kind of that's how we've been successful, and that's how I've been successful.
And can you speak to what you've been seeing from Michaela with the starting group? I think she had like a lot of opportunities as far as cuts and post ups and quick touch passes. Can you just kind of speak to the addition that she's brought to that group?
Yeah, for sure. Mick just provides a lot of just everything for us. She's physical, she's quick, she's strong. She can guard 1 through 4 basically. She can shoot the three. She's strong enough to take the contact and finish through contact, getting to the basket. So she's really able to force the issue for us when we need to get downhill and get our feet dirty in the paint. So she's staying aggressive in that. And obviously, when we get to um, our kickouts and our swings, she's ready to shoot and she's ready to just read the game. She's a smart basketball player as well, but she's also just a great teammate. Like she wants what's best for everyone on this team. She doesn't care who's scoring. She doesn't care what's going on. She's going to play hard no matter what.
Go to Julia. Front row on your right.
For either of you guys, 4 of y'all's last 5 games have ended in the clutch. What do you feel this team needs to do to be able to execute and kind of grow in those moments?
Grow up. It's a it's a it's a challenge that you will always face, especially as a young team, being faced with multiple opportunities to come down into the clutch moments of the game, and you either find ways to win those games and grow and mature as a team, or you don't, and you just continue to learn and get ready for the next opportunity. Growing pains suck, but it's part of the process. We have a really young group. And so all we can do is continue to go back to the drawing board with coach, learn from it, watch film, continue to develop, continue to mature, and prepare ourselves for the next opportunity because they'll continue to come and present themselves.
And then Camilla tonight led the team in assists, and it seems like that high-low game with her kind of passing out of the elbow is really developing. Just kind of what do either of y'all see in terms of her vision and how utilizing her at that spot can kind of open up the rest of the offense?
Yeah, Camila has great vision. It helps that she's 6'7" and can see over almost everyone, but at the same time, she's unselfish and she's willing to pass it back out and she's willing to look for the cutters and look for the high-low with Angel or Izzy, whoever it might be in the game at the time. So she's constantly looking for it and she's just trying to figure out, get a feel for the game, kind of read when she can take it one-on-one or when she can finish through or when there's a guard cutting or there's a backside, weak side that's open. So she's doing a great job at that.
Diamond, when you talk about the youthfulness of this team, going back to 2018, your rookie year, that was a year you guys failed to make the playoffs. When you think about that hurdle going from that team and then the next season you guys do, what's the poise required in this moment late in the season? You have a handle on the final playoff spot, but not by much. What poise is required right now?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, like I've been there, it sucks, getting to the last few games of the season and knowing that you don't have a chance at all making playoffs. Playing those games is really hard, So for us, um, I think it's all about perspective. And a lot of that you don't get without experience. So we're learning a lot of hard lessons right now. I try to do my best as a leader to come in and try and instill that on the locker room and on the team. But again, some of that has to be learned through experience. My hope is that we can get a grasp on it now and continue to make a playoff push because we really do have a special group, and I really do believe in what we're capable of if we do get to match up with some teams in the playoffs, and it could be really exciting. But we have to figure it out now.
Hey, Diamond. Despite the loss, you guys as a team looked really good offensively during stretches. Overall, as a team, you shot above average on what you have in the season. 3-pointers were significantly above average, and you yourself shot your highest season efficiency. With how good the offense has looked at stretches, what can you attribute to just being on the same page there? And how do you kind of put that into the offense when it's maybe looking a little more lackluster?
Yeah, I mean, I just, I found myself in a position throughout the year of just trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are given. Sometimes it's on the defensive end where I have to be more assertive. And tonight it was on the offensive end a bit more with Kennedy out. So just trying to do what the team needs from me, honestly. I've been working on my game. I've been in the gym, and I'm still very confident in who I am as a player. So any opportunity I get to go out there and show that, I'm just trying to make use of it.
Any more players? One more. Mike.
This question's for Diamond. Obviously, during the championship season just a few years ago, the team wasn't in the greatest position either during the regular season. So, how have you been able to vocalize the importance of like every game matters and just not giving up till the end?
Yeah, I mean, again, perspective. I've been there. But sometimes you got to go through it to understand. And again, we're feeling that right now. We have a young group that really wants to win. But winning in this league is something you have to learn how to do and something that you have to care about and sacrifice for each and every day. And yeah, so just trying to get us to rally around those themes so that we can continue to make progress. It doesn't happen in one season. It takes time. We're right at the beginning of something that could be really special. And again, some really hard lessons are being learned early on, which is preferred. But I still believe in this group and our ability to get into the playoffs, and that's what we're striving for right now.
Thank you, players.
Good job, you guys.
Thanks.
Any questions for Coach? Start with Steven. Rome.
Hey, Coach. Just can you kind of speak to what you've been seeing? I know we talked about Michaela a few times this season, and you've spoken to the ancillary things, but how she really just kind of gave you all like an aggressive perspective on things, and just really was able to kind of get her feet in the paint today.
Michaela.
Yeah, on your where?
Oh yeah, she's been playing well. She's been putting in a lot of work to come in and do the things that we're asking her to do offensively and defensively. I said this from day one. She's probably our most versatile basketball player due to what she can bring to us on the floor. She's just taking full advantage of what she can do. She can put the ball on the floor. She can get to the rim. She can post up. She can defend. She does a lot of things for us that is keeping us in this race. It's just really good to see her playing with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Now with Camilla, you always talk about how versatile she is and how it's kind of underrated on the offensive side. Julia spoke to her leading the team in assists. Can you just speak to her ability to really connect things and kind of play off the attention that she sees from the play?
Well, Camilla sees the floor well. She sees the floor very well. She's a willing passer. You know, a lot of times when you punch it into bigs, everybody just thinks the big goes and scores. She sees what's happening. She sees what's coming at her, and she tries to make the right play. So she's a willing passer, and her vision is good, and she normally makes the correct play. She wants to play the game the right way.
Carly.
Same thing that I asked the players, but just kind of how do you see, looking at these last 4 clutch games, where do you want this team to grow the most in those moments?
Well, there's many areas to grow from when you're in these moments. These are big moments to grow from. Like our players said, it can be some painful things that you have to go through, but there's many things that you can learn from and to grow from. Film tells you a lot, especially what we do defensively and those miscues that I always talk about and how we can't have those, how we got to have every glass board that comes off the glass. We have to have that crucial moments. You got to do all the little things right, how important details are, how important your scouting report is, how locked in are you on every little thing that's on the scouting report, because it's done for you for a reason. It's your cheat sheet. So stay locked in on your cheat sheet. And then offensively, we're going to say this over and over again. You cannot turn the ball over. You simply cannot turn it over. Value every freaking possession.
When you look at those turnovers, especially in those clutch moments, where do you think is there a through line in terms of a consistent reason why those mistakes are happening?
No, we have to go back and see exactly why those turnovers were happening. Was lack of movement, lack of getting open, allowing them to push us out of where we want to run our offense. So of course the ball was going in different areas, and when we turn it over and they get steals, they're very good. So we knew it coming into this game, we had to value possessions, and unfortunately we had 21 turnovers. Not very good.
Go to Carly.
Coach Spoon, just those last 90 seconds, Mystics went on a 9-0 run. I know film will show you a lot, but what are some things that you saw outside of the turnovers that led to the downfall?
Just talked about it. Our defense, we allowed them to get downhill. Didn't switch where we should have switched. Then offensively, we didn't get into the offense that we were trying to get into, and then get into it quickly, not getting down to the shot clock. Last 8 seconds of the shot clock, we don't want to get there. We want to make sure that we know exactly what we're trying to do. And those last 90 seconds that you're speaking about were not our great seconds in the game.
And then how do you mentally try and keep the team together, especially after these 4 losses that have just come in the last few seconds? And that can sometimes cause players to start to get in their emotions a little bit, but how do you try and maintain their mentality as strong to end the season?
Well, even in the locker room, the next thing I say is we got to now go back to the board. You got to always go back, and you got to go back with the amount of confidence that you walk in here every day with. Some of it can hurt. Yeah, it really does. If you love the game enough, it hurts. It freaking hurts. And when you love it enough, I got to get back to the drawing board. We got to come back better. That's the way our mentality is. We're not down and out. Yeah, we are not happy that we didn't win. We're not down and out. It's not over for us unless we say it's over. So it's not over.
Coach, Rachel started tonight again, only put up 2 shots. I know, offenses can go either way at any certain point in time at any game. Should we expect to see some more shots from her? I know you were definitely running a lot of offensive sets for her and a lot of others on the team.
Definitely. We have to have her ability to score. She can score the ball. She can shoot the ball. And we need that. We need that in order for us to stretch the defense a little bit, to even leave the lane open for our bigs to be able to go to work. We're looking to get her more shots, open looks, so she can really gain her confidence, because she never lacks it at all. But when that ball goes in for you quite a bit and you get some touches and you can see the rim, it means a lot. So we want to get her more involved, because it's going to help us to be more successful. Thank you.
There's been a lot of talk tonight about Camilla's assists, but she only took 4 shots, and I'm wondering, what is your feeling about her overall kind of like offensive profile tonight?
She's playing well. Do I want her to shoot more? Absolutely. You hear me tell her that all the time. Dominate the paint, Neil. Dominate the paint. Because I don't think there's very many people who can defend her when she decides she wants to dominate the paint. So I would like her to shoot the ball a little bit more down there. Be a little more aggressive. She's doing a hell of a job for us. Believe that.
On Camilla, we spoke with her pregame and she talked about how she felt like she was playing a little bit almost scared the first 3 weeks that she came back from that shoulder injury. How do you work with her when you talk about wanting her to dominate the paint? How do you work with
Yeah.
her on just kind of the mental side of a big getting in there and being able to physically dominate that space?
Well, it's not so much that you have to work with her. You just show it to her. You show it to her because she knows how we need her to be successful for us down there in the paint. She gets it. But like I said earlier, she wants to play the game the right way. She doesn't want to feel like she's the one taking all the shots. But it's necessary for us to be successful down there. When she gets it, she goes to score. We want that to be.
Do you guys have any idea if Kennedy will be ready to go Friday?
I'm sure Kennedy will be fine. She'll be fine.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
Probably such a good question. You still have 100.